Well, good day, Presbys and Presby adjacent. Welcome to what could be the first and the last ever Eating with CW, live from the Presbaru. This is the actual Presbaru steering wheel right here, and you can't see how dirty the car is. It's pretty well, it's pretty disgusting most of the time, the interior, and that's because I often eat in the car. And that's what I'm going to do today. Some of you don't have the benefit, the blessing of Bojangles in your area, so this is for you. So I'll admit, this is inspired by Review Bra, Report of the Week, YouTube figure. He's perfect in almost every way. This will be terrible by comparison, but there are philosophical issues at play here, and I don't know if there are any theological ones, but this is important stuff. Bojangles. What I'm going to review and share with you today is the steak biscuit. As I extolled it the other day, I was retweeted by Bojangles corporate. I said that the country steak biscuit was maybe the best thing that that Bojangles had ever done. So there it is, standard biscuit with the country fried steak, which is chopped. You know, it's chopped stuff. It's more or less ground beef, although chopped steak's a little different than ground beef, I gather. So the biscuits are always good at Bojangles. The size is not always great. Sometimes the top is too thin and falls apart. It seems like they should slice it more toward the middle than bias it toward the top of the biscuit. But anyway, this is a fantastic item, and well, let's see how it is. The biscuit's a little greasy. That's either a good or bad thing, depending on your perspective. It does tend to fall apart. The top half of the biscuit is too thin. It's like it's compressed, or it's just sliced too thin. But the patty is just excellent. It is seasoned. Bojangles does not seem to be afraid of flavor, actually producing something that's flavorful. But anyway, it's a fantastic thing. And those of you who can't get this where you live, I'm sorry. The service is not quite as good at Bojangles in some cases as, well, let's say McDonald's. Maybe they're not as consistent overall, but if you get this midday, it's strong. They do have breakfast all day, which I think is a virtue, but we need to talk about that. Let's talk about, excuse me, the philosophical issue, unsweet tea, of breakfast for lunch, or breakfast at any time. For some of you, this may seem to be a moral issue, and you just can't eat breakfast food at other times. I think for any Southerner, there's never a bad time to eat breakfast. But we'd enjoy hearing your thoughts about that. I'm not a cook the way Resby is. Resby could say much more learned, insightful things about this food than I can. But I can tell you, this is a good biscuit. You see how it's falling apart. It's messy. Quick side issue, the side are the bow rounds, not the fries. The seasoned fries are excellent, although sometimes they're dry, overcooked, or old when you get them in Bojangles. I'll just be honest. The problem with the bow rounds is if you order them at certain times, they say, oh, that's going to be a 5-minute wait on the bow rounds. So the bow round is like a potato patty, like a disc shaped tater tot. And let's hit this real quick. It's very good. Greasy, probably not good for you, but I don't always get them, but when I do, I don't regret it. All right, well, that's eating with CW, and again, probably never again. Stay Presby and eat Bojangles if you can.